How would you assess that game?
Well, you're disappointed you didn't get 2 points, but with that said, I thought we did a lot of good stuff. I mean, we, on the road against a team that, is probably considered one of the Stanley Cup favorites, certainly one of the teams that, I think looks like could come out of the West, and, in the end we'll have outchanced them, and certainly we're in position to win the hockey game. Part of this whole process is put a lot of people in situations where they grow, and so there'll be learning opportunities that we'll go through on Thursday. But overall, certainly pleased with the process side of it. Disappointed we didn't get one more point.
You guys have struggled a bit in overtime, but that was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Six, 7 chances to win the game.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of chances there in overtime, and we have our record. Once it gets to it isn't good enough right now. Like if you flip the record with us in like Anaheim, for example, we'd be in right there. So we recognize that. But I will say, I thought that overtime we did a great job. We certainly had all the chances. We just did everything but score.
You talked about Moore and Azar's speed this morning, and it seemed like they both were able to play off of that and do that tonight. Yeah, especially in the first, I thought they were excellent. I thought they were really, really skating, and because of that, they can really put teams on their heels, and maybe not quite as much as the game went on, but I thought in the first especially they were really skating. So that's the model. That's what it looks like. That's what we need to get out of them on a real consistent basis. More kind of.
The thing that seems different this year is he's able to create his own offense like that.
Yeah, he definitely can create his own space, and that's a really good defenseman that he was able to create enough space to get the shot off. It's very impressive. So again, I wasn't here a year ago. I can't speak to it, but he definitely has been able to kind of self-create some of those situations.
Moore kind of took the blame for the tying goal going for that change, but it seemed like maybe a few mistakes were made. What did you see on that? Yeah,
that'll fall on more than one person. I got to watch it again. I haven't watched it since I got back in yet, but that'll fall on more than one. Certainly, it's the area where you can't change. I think maybe we just didn't quite reload as quick as we could have. Maybe just like one step, but that's all. It's a great team like that needs, especially. Michael's one of the very best players in the world, and so it was unfortunate because we were certainly in a position. I thought we had done a really good job up to that point and not giving much up, and we just again almost took a breath. But that's part of the learning process. We got some young guys out there in critical moments, and that's good. That's what this is about is continuing to grow.
Late in the third, Blashill made a really nice play. Saad had a chance for a breakaway, and Blashill went with him stride for stride, steered him outside. How have you seen his defensive side?
Yeah, I think he's done a good job. He had a little miscue in the first goal, got on the wrong side of the guy. But overall, I think he's done a pretty good job. He has a real strong stick, meaning he can find a way to get stick on puck and disrupt plays. He's just really strong on it. He's a guy who probably is faster than he looks. He's got real powerful strides. I think his defensive game's growing for sure.
Power play seemed to kind of have a rough night. Vegas did a good job penalty killing it. Any takeaways from that?
I'd have to watch again, to be honest with you. We had a couple chances in the first. Certainly the one from behind the net to Connor's a real good chance, but it wasn't. We have a chance to win the game with the power play, and we don't do it. So the power play's been good. It's not going to score every night, but there was definitely areas where again, my whole thing in the power play is just don't have unforced errors, and I thought we had a couple unforced errors.